do you say that someone is living a good life? Is it by having access to the luxury that every city has? Or is it by having the ability to sustain yourself for your everyday needs? Well, for us, it is by staying on each other's sides and reaching our dreams together as we get older. My friend and I have been friends ever since we were little. We were neighbors. We would always share the same interests and ideas to improve ourselves. But how? How can someone transform into a better version of themselves when they are just staying in the same four corners throughout their lives? So that's how we decided to go to the same university. On Monday morning, as we headed up to school, I noticed my childhood friend, Buddy, was different. He was becoming thin, his face completely pale, and he barely ate his breakfast earlier. Was he stressed out about school? Or maybe he's sick? I couldn't help but wonder what's with him lately. So,
yes, can we catch up on the time?
Okay.
I've got to go to my class. I'll see you later, okay?
Are you sure you're fine?
Yeah. I've got to go to class. I've got to go. Yeah.
Is he okay? A few seconds passed. I also headed out to my science class. I knew there that something was wrong, and that's what I needed to find out. I said to myself, I couldn't focus because it was still bothering me that much.
Now, DNA configuration is so stable that it acts as a template for the replication of new DNA molecules. So fast? When did I? Well, we will continue next week, but I will want the names of those in class to my office latest in the next 1 hour. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I immediately looked for him, and there he was, sitting all alone in there. It was in a lonely place. I was really worried, sick about him. So I asked him, what's happening? What's happening with his life lately? He kept saying that he was fine and that there was no problem at all. But I could really see through his thoughts that he's been off lately. Days passed. I noticed his condition was getting worse. But unfortunately, his condition wasn't improving at all. That's when he admitted he was unwell, and his mom decided to take him to the hospital. They ran a few tests and they were told that the result would take up a few days. to be out. Upon waiting for the result, we decided to do something else, at least to distract ourselves, particularly because of my friend. I needed him to enjoy. So we decided we were going to go out for a picnic, eat our favorite, and forget everything for a short period of time. A few days later, back to reality. The results revealed my friend was suffering from an autoimmune disease. No wonder he has been weak, looking pale lately, and is barely eating. So I have been thinking a lot about it all the time, wondering how I can help him lessen the pain he has been going through, or at least help him treat his disease. I browsed more about this disease disturbing my friend on the internet, but it's quite difficult to gather more information about it. So, after class, I decided to ask my uncle, who is a medical doctor, for help. I knew in the first place that he was capable of this. I was hoping he could help me cure my friend and be moved to treatment as soon as possible. He was being hesitant at first, but luckily, he agreed. Upon telling my childhood friend the good news, we headed to my uncle after class. Then he ran a few tests and told us to wait a few days for the result to come out. I received a text notification. I admit that I was quite nervous. However, we soon headed out to my uncle after telling my friend the news. The result indicated a unique DNA that caused this disease, and that required a lot of tests and treatment to help him get better. He cried. He cried a lot, thinking, what if he died? I comforted him and gave him assurance that everything will be fine. However, my uncle told us that there is a cure for it and it might require a lot of tests. A lot. Without a second thought, my friend and I agreed to do the treatment with him. My uncle reminded us that we would require a lot of time and effort. Aside from the lack of resources, we also need money for my friend's treatment. As I headed home, I was thinking a lot, but accumulating money for his treatment. So I took my phone and browsed the internet about possible businesses to start. Should I look for a job? What of a small food cart? But what will I sell? I stayed up all night thinking about how I could earn money for my friend's treatment. That's when I thought and remembered that I had a talent for painting and also digital art. But how can I attract clients or customers? The next day, I painted on a canvas that depicts a woman struggling in a field, sunset, and an anime character. Then I decided to post it on my social media account, hoping that someone would purchase my art. But unfortunately, it's not that easy. I had admitted because in this real world, only a few people know the real value and appreciate art. I waited all day as the sun set and the sky turned red. The painting I did was still here. I mean, it was still there. Maybe this idea isn't going to work out. I checked to my friend to see if he was doing well. My uncle told me he might die if we don't treat him as soon as possible. The amount needed for his treatment was roughly $5,000. Where will I get such amount of money? Days passed. Someone finally bought my art for $250 each. But it wasn't enough. And I needed money as soon as possible. I visited my friend again to check his condition. While crying, he told me that maybe his fate ends here. He also told me to just focus on myself instead of his treatment. Because there was no way he would survive.
I need you to listen to me. Okay? This is the end for me.
No, that's not happening.
I don't have much time left.
That's not true.
Helen, listen.
John.
Helen, please.
John.
I am struggling as I'm talking. Let me speak, okay? In my next life,
Okay.
I will still have you as my partner, my companion, and my friend.
No,
I am not giving up.
You're going
There
to
is the
make
end.
it. Okay, I need you to be strong. You're going to make it. No, you're going nowhere.
Please listen.
John.
Let me speak, please. I don't want you running around trying to raise the money for my treatment.
I'm going to do everything. I'm going to get the money.
I know how I feel.
Okay.
It's not gonna work.
It's going to work. You can't just
There is. I need.
just throw everything away. It's going to work.
I need you to concentrate
No,
on your life.
No.
Listen.
You're part of my life. You're part of
My
my
life has been very short.
Oh no.
I need you to live a good, long, happy life.
There is no way I'm going to let this happen. I gave him assurance that his life will not end this way. I will do everything for his treatment as long as he fights back. I got home feeling empty and drained, thinking that I needed a business or looking for a job was the only way to earn. Instead, I stayed up all night, again, looking for a job online where I could start as soon as possible. As I was browsing the internet, my phone beeped. I received a DM from a famous Japanese company that creates comics and manga. Am I dreaming? This is more than enough from the amount that I need. So, without a second thought, I immediately sent my CV and applied for the job as a manga artist. And I got hired for the position. I shared the good news with my friend. After a few tests and continuous treatment, I can finally say that he's getting better. I can see through him that he's becoming much more healthier. His face was not as pale as it was before, and he was eating a lot more now.
I was full of roadblocks and a difficult to tackle off. If you have the force within, you can also stand tall. Tall so that you can ace the world so bright. So you can ace the world.
At first, I didn't expect my artwork to blow up and attract more people. So after my first project with them, I earned a lot more that allowed me build my art and painting studio where I could teach the younger generation who had passion for painting and digital art.
Don't give up all of your dreams. Don't say goodbye now. You can live out all your dreams. You can live out all your dreams. Don't give up now. Let's all put faith to work. You will live.
Until one day, my friend's disease was completely treated. As we shared the story on different platforms, a vaccine was created by a group of scientists. We gained a lot of audience for the vaccine that was created to prevent this disease. On top of that, it contributed a lot to those that were experiencing the same disease and to those that were finding it hard to get a treatment.
Life is full of roadblocks and a
My friend and I held hands as he continually thanked me for saving his life. We were both happy that we still had each other through the ups and downs we had encountered in life.
ace the world so bright. Here is hope for you to live. Here is life. Stand up and leave. I am here to raise your up. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. Keep on flying. Don't give up all of your dreams. Don't say